the defending champions, in fact the 3 times winners, Jung and Yong up against Fang and Sheng of Taipei. Of course, the Koreans are the seeds, the number 2 seeds, as you can see there. And they really have always excelled at their home event. Not only 3-time champions, 4 times finalists, because they were beaten in the final in 2009. Well, they have been in 3 consecutive finals the last 3 years, appeared in the final. All their opponents, Fang and Sheng, not seeded, of course, because they had a sensational win yesterday in against the number 5 seeds Koo Kyung-Kyat and Tan Beun-hyung, 1 hour and 29 minutes.
Yes, it became a real war of attrition, that match. Neither pair able to dominate with attack. Both pairs having to play with a lot of patience, and the rallies really were long at the end of that one. Neither pair could get through in attack. And the battle of wills.
Glimpse there of one of the many fans that Yong has here in his home country. Absolute megastar here. Rightly so, because of course he won the Olympic mixed doubles gold medal in Beijing when he was just 19. There's his partner, Jung Jae-sung. So, Eddie Rufianto, our umpire, just doing the toss of the coin. I'm not sure if you could hear that. We certainly could. There's a fan not that far away from us calling out to Yong. I think it could get quite noisy during this match. We love that. Good atmosphere. Love the crowd to get involved. So, to Yong, first of all, there he is. 23 years of age, current world number 2s. They have been number 1s. That was back in 2009. And of course, their win-loss record for last year, absolutely incredible. 11 finals, that's 65 and 12 translates into 11 finals and 6 titles. And that's pretty impressive statistics from just 17 tournaments played. Bronze medalists, of course, at last year's World Championships, but they have been twice silver medalists at World Championships. But there has been concern of late about this man's shoulder. Jung Jae-sung, the 29-year-old. And of course, there has been talk and rumours that he will retire from international competition after the Olympic Games in London. He is, of course, officially in the army. In fact, back in 2008, or was it 2009, he missed some of the Super Series events because he had to do his military service. And that, of course, was when Yong teamed up with Chieh. Now, they had a tough old match yesterday, didn't they, against the Indonesian pairing of Alvin Yuliando Chandra and Hendra Aprido Gunawan. 3 minutes shy of the hour mark, having dropped the opening game, and the crowd were looking and feeling decidedly nervous after that happened, I can tell you. But they came back strongly in the end, did the defending champions. So to the pair from Taipei, Fang and Sheng. There's Fang 25 years of age, though he'll turn 26 at the end of January. 14 in the world rankings at the moment, and as you can see, their win-loss record for last year, well, wasn't nearly as impressive as their opponents. 3 semi-finals was their best in 2011. That was the Swiss Grand Prix, Indonesia Grand Prix, and Macau Grand Prix as well. So his partner, 25-year-old Sheng, he's been a World Championship medalist in the mixed doubles. That was in Paris in 2010, playing with Chieh. Gone off the ball of his mixed doubles, I think, at the moment a little bit. But my goodness, what battles they've had to get through to this quarter-final. First round against qualifiers Cho Gun-woo and Chieh. Dropped the opening game there, as indeed they did in that second round match against the number 5 seeds, the Malaysians, which we've already talked about. So this is the third meeting between the two pairs, previous two both going in favour of the Koreans. Last time they met was in January last year at the 2010 Super Series finals. It always sounds very odd to talk about 2010 Super Series finals in 2011. So the pair from Taipei nearest to us, Fang Chieh and Sheng. And I think, Ian, that the Korean pair, the defending champions, Jung and Yong, they will have learned from last night's match against the Indonesians, and I think they'll be looking to make a much more positive start here today.
I'm sure they will. The concern would be the hall's playing quite slow, the shuttles are playing quite slow, and Jung has had this long-term shoulder problem. So possibly the conditions are not suiting them this week. That could be one explanation of why they've struggled a little bit.
Should also be mentioned, of course, that the current world champions struggled as well. Kaiyun and Fu Haifeng, they too sent the full distance. In fact, came from match point down, didn't they, to win against the young Thailand pair, Junjit and Isara. All the top players struggling with the slower shuttles.
4-1.
Oh, so much for my theory. What a rally. Goodness me. Well, said it was difficult to get these shuttles down, and that rally just proved it.
Yes, we've seen a lot of those types of rallies in the men's doubles this week. Everybody's struggling a little bit to win from the rear court.
270. Fastest of the day. It's 168 miles per hour.
Service over. 5-3.
Nice mistake.
Service over.
course, here in the pair from Taipei, their 2 matches, both going the full distance. They've been on court prior to this quarter-final. Oh, that's just unbelievable.
Under the net. You can see it here. Shuttle goes under the net.
Going back to my points, pair from Taipei, 2 matches, 2 hours 38 minutes for their 2 matches, whereas the Koreans 1 hour 24 minutes for their 2 matches. Now, if this was to go the full distance, you'd have to think that the fatigue that the pair from Taipei must be feeling after their first 2 matches could play a part in this.
I would agree with that. I mean, in yesterday's match against the Malaysian pair, I mean, they basically smashed themselves to a standstill.
Yeah.
It was an incredibly physical match. So, yes, I would agree if it goes long. They could have some problems.
Squeals of delight seeing that smash going onto the floor from some of the female fans in the crowd here.
Yeah, great angle here. Good control from the mid-court creates the opportunity. Well played smash to finish.
8-7.
Good intensity on attack there from the Korean pair. Once they get hold of the attack, they didn't give their opponents a chance to counter-attack, kept the pressure on them. The smash speed's gradually going up.
They're not allowed to have 2 goes in it.
Great defense from Lee Yun-dae. A little touch on the net which threw his opponent.
On a run of 5 straight points, they go to the mid-game interval with the advantage. 271, and regulate up in the 270s now. The man that at the Super Series finals about 3 weeks ago in Zhou in China was really struggling, could hardly hit a smash. Obviously, he's recovered well.
Yeah, the signs are the shoulder's better. Certainly hitting harder than he was a few weeks ago in Luzhou, that's for sure. And of course that gives Lee Yun-dae more opportunities to get forward in the court, which is where he prefers to be. Reads the game so well from mid-court to forecourt. Certainly the last 4 or 5 points there, they really upped the tempo, didn't they?
Some of the development squad players here in force, watching all of this.
11-7. Play.
Yeah, trouble placement of the smash towards the right shoulder of Jung Jae-sung. made the error therein, but he's such a great player to watch. He has real intensity about him, doesn't he? Every single shot he seems to be putting in maximum effort and really focused the whole time. Of course he makes some errors, but you know, he's human, everybody does, but his whole style, to me, when I watch him play, it just great ethic. He'd work great.
Yes, when Jung and Lee are playing well, they're great to watch. They play with a fantastic intensity, as you say, and their games complement each other so well. Jung's power, solid defence, gives his, let's say, more talented partner opportunities to play his game. It's a really nice blend of styles.
Trademark shot from Jung.
Yeah, and just signs of the tiredness we were talking about there. Fang very slow to react there, very flat-footed. Just a sure sign of fatigue, I feel.
Attack, they are tending to really try and pressurise Jung, as indeed they did in that rally.
Yes, it was a well-placed smash to the right hip, getting his partner into the game in the net. Good combination play.
Nicely done.
That's really good from Fang in the forecourt. Read the play really well. He's a player who really blows hot and cold, though. Tends to drift in and out of games, doesn't he? Last 2 or 3 points, he's been good. You never really know what you're going to get from him.
Luck of the net cord. Yeah, they're loving watching this, aren't they? And some of the development players have been in watching every single day that this tournament's been in progress, right from qualifying rounds. Learning all they can from the senior players. Go long. Pressurising Jung once again, aren't they?
Yeah, good battle around the net here to try and win the attack. Both pairs playing no lift. Real battle developing for control of that front court area.
.283. Fastest of the tournament so far. It's 176 miles per hour. So fast onto that backhand. Took it so early. Well, this is extraordinary. He's desperately trying to get into the net. The player from Chieh are not having it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in all my born days. Absolutely extraordinary.
Well, the start of the rally there, Lee Yun-dae was determined to keep the attack. He must have hit 15, 20 smashes. Eventually it became stalemate, lots of clears. Eventually the tiredness showed there with that last defensive shot, you have to say. I think he went a little bit lactic during that rally.
Well, we've talked about the fact that it's difficult to get the shuttle down in these playing conditions. Is, you know, there's a bit of a drift in the hall because of the heating that's on, and also, do the shuttles play a part in why players, men's doubles players, who've just hit a smash at 283 and can't get the shuttle on the floor?
Yes, they do. It depends on the type of shuttle, but the type of shuttle they're playing with this week, when you play long rallies with them, the base of the shuttle tends to go a little bit soft, and it just takes the edge off the pace of the smashes.
Gain points. There we go again. Run off, got a new racket, come back on. Ah, but the drop shot from Sheng.
A
couple of chances there to finish the point, couldn't quite do it. Nice deceptive shot to finish the rally.
So one game point has come and gone. Still another 4 opportunities for the Koreans. Second time of asking, and they convert. 21-16. A mere 266. Well, they've got the record for the week so far. I wouldn't be surprised if they get even faster still. But for the Koreans, relief that they've got the opening game, 21-16 in 19 minutes of play.
이어서 3번 코트에서는 한국의 하정훈, 김민정 선수와 인도네시아의 메이리아나 자우원, 그레이시아 폴리 선수의 여자 복싱 경기가 펼쳐지겠습니다. 주심은 스위스의 마르셀 슈미스, 보심은 일본의 토이치 토모스, 선심은 에피존입니다.
Well, yeah, all dramatic stuff, and it's not surprising when you see that opening game to understand how many of these men's doubles matches this week have gone the full distance, because it is so difficult to get these shuttles down.
It is. We saw the difference with the last rally there, though, when Jung's in the rear court. He's just got that extra bit of power, hasn't he? That's the more effective combination, but we saw during the game that the Taiwan tactic was clearly to keep Lee Yun-dae in the rear court, manoeuvre him around the rear court, keep him off that net position. But in the end, the intensity of the Korean pair is just a little bit too much for the Taiwan pair there.
Second game, level, play.
So one game to the good. The number 2 seeds, the defending champions. Amazing angle, and perhaps better served by going for angle rather than power with these conditions here.
Well, I say angle, but it was a fair pace as well at 2.72.
It certainly was.
But in the first game, he concentrated a lot of his attack into the centre of the court to try and get his partner into the game. And there you saw just mixing it up and going for the sides, going for steep angles to the side of the court, a bit more variety in it.
That's clever placement too. Low serve is short.
Over, 1-3.
Well, the winners of the men's doubles at this Victor Career Open will take home $79,000 US. Worth getting a sore shoulder for, isn't it? Keep thundering down those smashes.
Well, the pair that wins it this week, the men's doubles, will have had to work very, very hard. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
there from Taiwan, just getting drawn in. They had a little bit of success with counter-attack at the end of that first game, but they've gone very passive at the start of this second game. Prepared to give the attack away and try and work from there, but it's not happening for them. The Koreans have found some better solutions, some better placement of the smashes in this second game.
Kang Hyun-jin, doubles coach for the Koreans. Well worked.
Yeah, and again, it's the smash directed to the side of the court rather than the centre of the court that poses the problem. He will see it into the side, sets it up for his partner. Good play.
Well, Fang didn't like the call and immediately looked towards the umpire.
I don't think we're going to see it from here.
I have to say, I thought it landed in. I thought the line judge got that right.
There looking for angle rather than pace to the centre of the court. Just misjudged it slightly, dragged it down into the top of the net.
It's gone long.
5-7.
He's just shaking that right arm of his a little, as if to just shake out some of the perhaps stiffness from the injury problems of the recent past. Good smash from Jung Jae-sung.
8-5.
Yeah, well placed across the defence of his opponent, forcing the error.
That's a missed opportunity. Good judgment. Lets it drop long. Wasn't that much long, was it? Well, to the mid-game interval with a 6-point advantage. The defending champions from Korea. And quite certainly Yong will want to push home this advantage because, of course, he's going to be in action a little later in the mixed doubles, playing with Jung. Mixed doubles against the Indonesian pair of Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir. So you won't be wanting to go the full distance here, that's for certain. Ian, you said to me earlier about the pair from Taipei, how you're never quite sure what you're going to get from them. They blow hot and cold even within a match and even within form. You know, you look at their record and it sort of really exemplifies that, because when they had a hot streak, my goodness, they had a hot streak back in 2010, won 4 titles, and 4 titles in 4 tournaments that they played. Absolutely extraordinary.
For me, there's 2 of the great underachievers in world badminton. A ranking of 14 really is too low for them, with the quality that they can produce. I mean, even as long ago as going into the games in 2008, going into the Olympic Games in Beijing, a lot of people felt they were outsiders for a medal. They've had a great run of results leading up to the games, and people thought they could win a medal, and they really haven't kicked on from there. You'd have to say in the last 4 years. Personally, I've been a little bit disappointed by their level of results and their level of play. They have the odd tournament every sort of 4 or 5 months where they seem to turn it on and beat 1 or 2 of the top pairs, and then they disappear again.
Yeah, well, talking of beating top pairs, I mean, in this tournament, in 2009, they beat Kido and Sethi won, #1 pair in the world at the time. Of course, they are the Olympic champions now. They've beaten the likes of Bo and Mogensen. In fact, I think they beat Kido and Sethi twice in 2 weeks when they won their 2 Super Series titles, the Singapore Super Series and also the following week the Indonesian Super Series. So you're right, they've beaten some of the top pairs in the world, and apart from those 4 titles back in 4 tournaments they played, you know, they just haven't pushed it all the way through to the end of the tournament. But they are, you're right, they're a dangerous pair.
Yeah, right on the line.
He's working hard, and you expect nothing less from Lee Yong-dae.
Yeah, again, pair from Taiwan happy to sit back in defence and paying the penalty. Lee Yong-dae starting to place his smashes a lot better than in the first game, and in the gaps.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Perfect placement, great power, precision.
Here we see it again, hitting across the defensive position. That's what causes the problem. Good placement, good power. Familiar pattern, really. Taiwanese happy to sit back in defence, and the Koreans happy to attack and eventually finding a way through.
Right.
frustration there, really showing after that error from Lee Sheng-mu. Body language.
Yeah, just signs of fatigue, aren't they?
Yeah.
From their efforts in the first two matches. Decision making not as sharp as it should be. See him again, another example, I feel.
10-point advantage now.
Service over. 9-18.
Well, I suspect the timing of that smash just thrown off slightly, because I think he was a little bit concerned he might hit his partner. Well, created his own luck there, did Lee Yong-dae.
Service over. 19-10.
Well, they really have been very, very impressive in this second game. They've been impressive throughout the match, and there's another impressive smash, 277. It is 10 match points. Well saved though.
Service over. 11-20.
Probably just delaying the inevitable, I suspect.
12-20.
This time, workmanlike performance from the defending champions, Jung and Lee Yong-dae. Well, they had an outstanding year last year, and they've continued that good form through to this new year. Through to the semi-final.
21-12. Thank you.
The three-time champions, there's how they did it. 21-16, 21-12 in just 36 minutes of play. Well, I'm sure Lee Yong-dae will be very happy about that. His mixed doubles partner is on an adjoining court, and he'll be hoping that she gets through that as comfortably as possible in preparation for their mixed doubles quarter-final. The final rally, the moment of victory. And a place in the semi-final, and they'll either play against their teammates, Kim and Kim, or against the Chinese combination of Hong Wei and Shen Ye. Well, that's what